I miss Black Ops 2. I miss not having to worry each year about whether Dead Silence would be a perk. Like, first of all, I mean, Dead Silence, no one even ever thought of that because footsteps never sounded like earthquakes. I mean, there were times, like if you were ninja diffusing and stuff like that, if you were into that back then, and there still are some ninja diffusers around nowadays that I know of, but it's nothing like before. But then you would use Dead Silence probably, and you really didn't even need Dead Silence. I mean, you could use, I remember there was like awareness or perks like that you could hear better. But other than that, I mean, you didn't need Dead Silence because that wasn't even really a thing. There were way better perks that you would run. But you get ready for Modern Warfare 2. Get ready. Because it's going to be like Modern Warfare 2019 on steroids. They're turning that freaking thing up. They are turning it up. The footsteps are going to sound like earthquakes. The footsteps are going to sound like they never have before. There'll be plenty of screen shaking because we need that. We need all the screen shaking we can get. I love the screen shaking. So yeah, no, I mean, I think, you know, Modern Warfare is going to be great if you like footsteps. If you like to hear footsteps, you like to hear things. I love when people say that. Modern Warfare's audio and graphics are so good. Yeah, but is the game good? You're just like going to dance around that. And a lot of people who have these influences and, you know, content creators and stuff like that, who they may have ties with Activision, surprise, surprise, they completely brush that part aside. And even people who are fair with the game, here's the thing. You can be fair, but don't be delusional. I can't take being fair. Like, what is fair? Does fair mean like not taking a dump on the game? I feel like I'm being very fair with the game. I've given them plenty of years to actually listen to the community, or at least the people with brain cells who are, you know, the die-hard Call of Duty fans. I've given them, and I mean Activision, Infinity Ward, Treyarch, Sledgehammer, all these developers. I've given them so many chances over the years. Like, oh, okay, maybe they'll do it this year, maybe they'll do it next year, maybe they can fix themselves. But they haven't, and they can't because it's a train wreck. Back then, you didn't need loud footsteps. Now look at the game I'm playing right now, COD 4 Remastered. Pretty much the only game I play now when it comes to like online anything, FPS arcade game. Like, this is it. It's like this is what it's supposed to be like. Very simple. It's nothing, you know, crazy. It doesn't look fantastic, but I mean, here's the thing. It looks good to me. The graphics on COD 4 Remastered. I mean, I could play COD 4 on the 360 right now if I could. If I could, that's what I'd be playing right now. But this is the only one I could play, COD 4 Remastered, which is basically the same thing, except, you know, it looks a little better, and, you know, it's more populated, and even that's sad, because, I mean, obviously it's more populated because it's a more updated game, but that's sad too because COD 4 you can't play anything, and if you do get in a lobby, it's freaking modded, as far as I know, last time I tried it. But COD 4 Remastered, you know, this game came out, what, about 5-6 years ago? This game isn't even very populated, but you can easily find a team deathmatch lobby. And I've even found domination games with, you know, relative ease, so it's still good, but my point is, Black Ops 2, COD 4, those years, you know, you can go back even before COD 4, but online, we think of the glory days from 2007 to 2012, that's COD 4 to Black Ops 2. But Black Ops 2 was the pinnacle of Call of Duty. I mean, it just, everything, all around, it was fantastic. And I know this is going to be very hard for people to, you know, comprehend, but back then, we never worried about loud footsteps, and we never worried about Dead Silence being a perk, because we didn't have to worry about loud footsteps. If you want see, this is what they say, realism, but don't you want to hear loud footsteps so you can hear people better? What are you talking about? That's not how the game should be played, and that just goes to show that they never played the old games. And these are the types of people that Activision and all these Call of Duty developers, Infinity Ward, Treyarch, Sledgehammer, these are the kinds of people that they're catering to, because clearly they're not listening to us, the diehard fans, who, you know, don't believe that there should be loud, deafeningly loud footsteps in Call of Duty. I mean, they don't listen to us. You know why? Because we're more likely than not to buy their bundles and all that. You know, anime bundles. Like, I don't understand that. I don't know how people get off on that. I mean, whatever floats your boat, whatever. But you're just contributing to the madness that's going on with this Call of Duty world, and all these clowns running the show. You want to buy a bundle here and there? Cool. Even that I can't really understand because that personally I just have no interest in it. But when you're buying every freaking bundle, I mean it's just like, what are you doing? I mean back then we used to have DLC packs, right? We used to have DLC map packs, and then eventually we'd get like in Black Ops 2 there were what 4 DLC map packs, which by the way that the DLC in that game was just off the charts amazing. Like so many of the best maps I've played came from Black Ops 2, and some of them DLC, like original DLC maps, not like remade maps from older games like Firing Range they made Studio, Stadium that was from Black Ops 1, like maps like that made in the older games. But I'm talking like original maps like Grind was fantastic, Vertigo was amazing. If you were a sniper, Vertigo was the map, like trick shot or sniper. You love Vertigo. Vertigo was fantastic. A lot of people like Dig. I was never a huge fan of Dig. I don't know why. But the point is, there were so many good maps on Black Ops 2. And nowadays, there are zero good maps on the new Call of Duty games. It's an absolute joke. It is a train wreck. It's atrocious. The maps, there's just no real... It seems like everyone making these maps, they do not have functional brain cells. I don't know what they're aiming for. I guess they want people to play more campy, but again, they're catering to those kinds of players, so that makes sense. Like Modern Warfare 2019, the maps are absolutely atrocious. If you like those maps, you must have been on something, and I want some of it, because that is insane to even think. Can you even really count Shoot House? I mean, Shoot House was good. It was enjoyable to play on, I guess. But even that, I mean, other than that, if you're playing on a regular map, you know, one of those small maps like Shipment or Shoot House, there wasn't a single, I mean, there wasn't even a decent map. Those maps were terrible. I mean, they had no structure. It was just doors and windows, buildings and buildings, and loud footsteps. I mean, it punished you for moving. And that's why they made all these buildings, so that, you know, someone walks by, you're sitting in a corner, you could wait for them. That is literally the way that they quoted that they want you to play in the next game, Modern Warfare 2. Just saying. So get ready for that. Don't get your hopes up with this game. It's gonna suck. They should bring Black Ops 2 back. Even if they brought World at War. Remaster World at War. Because, I mean, that was basically the COD 4 for Treyarch, right? Because that was the first one that really did well and meant a lot for online. Had a lot of memories on that, so. But Black Ops 2 was fantastic. Just from, I mean, all the weapons were balanced. All the score streaks were good. The maps were fantastic. Especially all their original maps. I mean, my goodness. I mean, it's just... It is amazing. How do you go from that to this? And what's even more of a shame that they haven't even given us a remaster since COD 4. It really is a shame. I'm still on this game, COD 4 Remastered. I'm still on it. It's the only game that's playable. I'm not saying I play it hours on it, you know, every day, but I go on from time to time. I play for a little and I enjoy it every time because it's not something to stress out over. It's a very simple, straightforward game. You don't get like, you know, sweaty nerds on it all the time, ruin it. TTVs, you know, all that crap. Because if someone's on that game, they're on for the same reason you are, or I am, like right now. And that for that reason is just to relax and to have fun. And that's how it used to be on Black Ops 2. That feeling of actually like caring how well you do. But even then, like I don't really care how well I do now. It's just like, it's just the fact that you don't have to try and you can still do well. You know what I mean? You don't have to worry about it, is what I'm saying. You can just have fun and relax, and that's what this game is missing. And what these games are missing nowadays, and what Modern Warfare 2 will be missing. Because that game is gonna, that game's gonna suck. It's gonna be it's gonna be an absolute freaking train wreck. And it may be, you know, hot for a month or two, as well as Warzone 2 might be hot. And by the way, they're bringing the old Warzone back, but they're renaming it Warzone Caldera. And I guess they're updating it. I don't know what's going on with that, but they're saying because of the older players, they're not going to like the new one, so they're going to want to go back to the old map. Well, that's already going to cause problems and divides. So I have a very bad feeling, or a good feeling actually, that this year's Call of Duty, this year of Call of Duty, or the next 2 years of Call of Duty, is going to be an absolute disaster. But yeah, I feel sorry for anyone out there who hasn't played Black Ops 2 or any of those games back in the day. Again, basically from 2012, from Black Ops 2 and before Black Ops 2, all those games, fantastic. If you haven't played them, at least go play the campaign or something. Get a little bit of the experience. I mean, this is just, it's pitiful what's being passed today as, you know, decent or good even. People actually think Modern Warfare 2019 is good. And it's like, what are you on, man? I don't know what, you clearly haven't played the older games, but I mean, I can go on for a long time on a tirade on that kind of thing, but I'm gonna have to end it here. But yeah, I just miss Black Ops 2. This has been one.